Do better. A phrase that can drive people to anger or sadness. A phrase that puts all the work done historically before at risk and in question. But what if I told you it could also be used to drive motivation and process improvement? I created the Dragonfly construct for managers and employees to challenge the status quo to drive process improvement through the comparison of the life cycle of a dragonfly in the first 6 months in a new role. What I realized is that I needed to add to this holistic approach through the integration of different mindsets to aid in driving process improvements. Today, I'll highlight the do better mindset and the user metamorphosis mindset, to which you might be asking, what does that mean? I started my career in retail sales working for a large video game retailer when I quickly realized I had a knack for it. I remember the first time I became number one in my store. I was so excited and motivated that I rushed to my district manager to tell him how I did. To which he responded with, "Do better." At first I thought, what a weird response, but I continued on. Months later, I became number one in the district, and once again was met with, "Do better." I was angry and confused. Was the work that I had put in not worth it? Was I wasting my time? But I continued on. Finally, months later, I became number one in my region. I thought to myself, this is it. I will finally be recognized for the work that I'm doing. But I was wrong. Once again, I was met with, "Do better." I immediately challenged my district manager and asked him why he kept telling me to do better. And his response shocked me and clearly stuck with me to this day. He said, "The moment you stop trying to do better is the moment you settle and stop trying to improve the things around you." The moment you stop trying to do better is the moment that you settle and stop trying to improve the things around you. That one sentence put everything into perspective for me. From a process improvement standpoint, it allows you to challenge and look at what's been done before and improve on it. Thus, the do better mindset was created. The do better mindset is a process in itself of continuous improvement, starting with the identification of the process. Next, seek to understand interdependencies, meaning what is tied to it and how changing it impacts others, often changing one process to impact many. Next, gather all necessary approvals from your managers, stakeholders, and even parents and family if you are applying this into your day-to-day life. From there, you implement the process. Congratulations. But don't stop there. Now is not the time to stop. Continue to revisit the process over time to assess the impact it's having. If you run into problems, simply pivot. The beauty about processes is that you can always correct the mistakes and always streamline them to make them better. Remember, no process is final. The do better mindset can be applied during the adult stage in the Dragonfly construct, pushing oneself to continue implementing change even after completing your initial goal to drive productivity and efficiency saves at work and at home. After solving one problem, keep it on the back burner and assess how you can improve it later. Remember, no process is final. Do better is a mindset that can come across as hurtful, but through proper communication and guidance, it's a recipe for success. I know my team has heard it from me several times, which has allowed them to think outside the box to solve complex problems and situations to improve ourselves and the organization. The next mindset I'd like to introduce is the user metamorphosis mindset. This is a new spin on user engagement, product adoption, and user experience. Oftentimes, we want to immediately drive change and improve processes. However, for others, it may take time. To implement this, you need to give them exposure into the day-to-day lives and operations. Facilitating proper training through sessions and process manuals can help them feel more comfortable while diving into the unknown. The next stage is crucial: gathering feedback. Understanding the likes, dislikes, and pain points and other areas of opportunity can help strengthen the relationship and trust of users. From there, it's time to take action. Taking the detailed feedback that you've received and optimizing it, which is when you take the detailed info and implement it as part of that continuous cycle. By utilizing this mindset, you are able to bring your users along with you in step on the transformation journey through consensus and collaboration. The user metamorphosis mindset can be applied during the larva stage in the Dragonfly construct. As you begin to identify areas of opportunity and provide solutions, bring your users in step with you, continuously improving yourself and your team. Ignore the phrase, "it's always been done this way," and understand interdependencies that both bridge the gap and save time. As you go home today, whether you're still in school, going off to college, or entering the workforce, keep this in mind. As you look ahead to answer tomorrow's questions, I challenge all of you to do better. Thank you.